Hey folks, this video is made specifically for church safety security personnel, staff, and volunteers. Apparently, some time ago, a guy encountered a car with four people washing and wiping down the windows. And he felt that it was enough of a threat that he approached them and basically kicked them off the church grounds. I became aware of this because I saw the email that he had sent in, basically praising this church security training company, praising them for the training that he got from them. And then his email was published by them to celebrate a win. It is a win in that everyone went home safe. However, I want to touch upon some other things, expand on it, and talk about having a ministry mindset. I want to read his email real quick right here. So this guy is approached by one of his other safety team members, and it goes like this. One of the safety team members came to me and told me about the car. I went out and questioned the four people inside. They got very insulting, asking if they looked like the type who would cause trouble. I told them no one knew who would attack on the day so many were killed. I'm assuming he's referring to 9/11. I couldn't make assumptions. It wasn't for me to judge. My job is to keep everyone safe. They didn't like it at all, but after being trained by the name of this company, I knew that it was better to act on my suspicions than do nothing. I felt it was better to be cautious than to risk something happening. You never know who might have bad intentions. I'm sorry if I hurt someone's feelings, but I had to look out for the safety of many people attending church that day. I'm so grateful for my training because if nothing had been done and something bad had happened, the outcome would have been much worse. Here's what I encourage everyone to do, okay? Because I've been in this similar situation where someone comes up and says, hey, there's a car at the other end of the parking lot, suspicious, okay? Step one, slow down. Take a deep breath and go over there and look and observe and ask yourself, is there imminent danger of great bodily harm or death? What are the occupants doing? Wiping down their windows. Is their attention focused on the car, or is it focused, or does it look like they're just actually messing around and then keep making glances at the church? Just sit there and observe. Notify everyone else and just stand back. But this individual felt that it was enough of a threat that he decides to approach them. Okay, now let's slow down and assess the situation again. You're approaching four strangers. You're outnumbered 4-1. Did you notify other people, your backup, to keep an eye on you as you walk out there? Did you go out with anyone else? Consider going out there with a partner. And when you go out there with a partner, don't have them standing shoulder to shoulder. You're the primary contact person. Have your cover person stand back about 15 to 20 feet behind you in an overwatch position to keep an eye on everything. Because when you go up and you make contact with one person, your attention will be on the one or two people in your immediate field of view. Your partner will be able to keep an eye on all four people. When you approach, do you consider cover and concealment? Because there is a tendency for people with no life experiences and no actual training, and I'm talking about training beyond just watching videos. There's a tendency for people with no actual training or life experience to just have a tendency to walk right up to within 12 feet of someone. You can stand back 15 to 20 feet, 30 feet away next to other parked cars that you can use as cover and concealment if it goes off the rails. So think tactically and strategically in personal safety. We want to make sure you go home safe and don't say or do things that could escalate a situation. But living in fear and making these comments that no one knew how many people would die on what would happen on the day that so many people died, living in fear and going out there and handling a situation like this rather overzealously and heavy-handedly, in my opinion, did not really show a ministry mindset, because I think kicking them off the property for simply washing and wiping down their windows was not really a ministry-minded, Christ-like thing to do. This was a ministry opportunity that was thrown away because we could have made contact with them, greeted them, got into a little conversation with them, and then ultimately invited them to church, invited them to men's breakfast, ask them if they wanted a bottle of water, go back and go grab some bottles of water. I mean, this was a great opportunity that I think was lost because of someone deciding, and he makes a comment in his email that I can't, I can't make assumptions, but you did, sir. You assumed that there were a potential threat, some type of imminent danger of great bodily harm, and it made you uncomfortable to the point that you kicked them off the church property. Folks, take a long, slow, deep breath, assess the situation. Is there imminent danger of great bodily harm or death? Do you have to make contact? If you do have to make contact, do it smart. Bring a partner, have an overwatch. Consider cover and concealment when you make your approach. If you don't have to make contact, don't make contact. If you do make contact, develop a ministry mindset. Are you Christ-like? Are you friendly, warm, and welcoming? I'm glad that it ended well for him, because he approached a car with 4 unknown people and they did get upset that he basically kicked them off the property. It could have gone badly because, as you know, in this day and age, everyone's so easily offended and so quick to become violent. A couple of years ago in Arizona, a church safety security guy went out to check on a vehicle by himself, ended up killed. It made the news a few years ago. Be very careful about if and when and how you go out and make contact with the car, especially with the car full of unknown people. Slow down, assess the situation. My concern is that other people will read this email and see the marketing that this company is doing with this, celebrating this win. And my concern is that other people will read this. Other people, good people, meaning well, wanting to learn, wanting to do things right, wanting to keep people safe, but unfortunately not really being able to see a bigger picture here. The things you can say or do to stay safe, the things you could say or do or not say or do to even bother making contact. And there's so much more to this. I'm glad it worked out well. However, slow down, assess the situation. Is there imminent danger of great bodily harm or death? Do you have to make contact? If you do make contact, think smart, cover and concealment, personal strategies, reactionary gap. Make sure you have someone backing you up, either keeping an eye on you or cameras or in person, and develop a ministry mindset. A ministry mindset. I think this was a ministry opportunity that was lost. Be safe out there. I'll catch you on the next video.